Guess what? It's time. It's time to learn Canva. And I don't know how often I've gone live. Wow. Live on a Saturday, but here we are. Because yesterday I woke up. Well, I didn't wake up with it, but I had laryngitis yesterday. Couldn't talk. Kind of hard to teach Canva if you can't talk. So here we go. We got a few people in the house already. We have Adam. Thanks for joining us. And we have, I can't see it on the back end of StreamYard, but I know what you're doing. Parody Pung. I can't speak today. Parody Pug Gaming in the house. And we're going to go ahead and jump into Canva because we're going to talk about editing videos in Canva. And I'm probably going to go on a little bit of a rant about how hard it is for me to edit videos in Canva. But let's talk about the timing of it all. Let me find it. Here we go. So you guys know Canva. Here it is. And by the way, Parody Pug Gaming says, since I started paying for Canva, my shorts are better looking. Are they khaki? Are your shorts khaki or jeans? Sorry. I think I've been spending time with my husband too much. Okay. So what we're going to do is, first thing I'm going to do is show you a design, right? So like, for example, I did this sort of intro for a video, and it's a condensed version of a live stream that I did. And in it, I put overlays of text and element with some animations. So if I click Wheel of Features and I click, it's got a baseline. So it's got a baseline animation. And I like it on enter. I can even slow it down. Canva Pro members can slow it down. Canva Pro members can even change the direction. So that is a great reason. See, there's a little crown here. Speed, you can change the speed of text animations, and element animations you can change a direction to. And so I did that with Wheel of Features and the Canva logo. And then I did it again with this. I added a typewriter animation and I made it go on enter, and I changed the speed, and I even changed the writing style. That's also a Canva Pro feature. And Quilted Poodle and Jogo Motorcycle Adventures are in the house. There are 9 of you watching. Thank you so much for joining. Today we're talking about Canva and the video editor, and specifically how to add text or photos or whatever you want onto your video, like B-roll, and change the timing of it so that it comes up right. Okay, so I did that in this little clip right here. It's a 28-second clip of something that's coming out. And then I also did this short where I had a fun little, I'm going to star Adam. I'm going to star your question, and I'll look at it for, I'll look at it in a second. So there's a little animation of this present jumping up and down, right? Well, that's not going to look right across the whole thing, right? So what I did was I put the clip there, the animation. You right click, there's something that says show timing. And yes, I will do a separate video for this that's a little more in control and less off the top of my head, but you will see this purple thing down here, right? That is the timing of the animation. And what that means is that when I play this clip, we're going to play it right now. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it, but I'm going to play it. So then that little animation only comes up and down during that part of the video. And so that is fantastic. And I will show you how to add something to a video like that in a minute. I just wanted to show you a couple examples. And also, I'm going to talk about a little bit about custom thumbnails on shorts because right now you can't really do it. However, if you're using Android device and if you're using an Android device, I feel like that they are going to roll it out to um, iPhone users too. Sometimes they'll roll something out to Android first, and sometimes they'll roll it out to iPhone first. You can pick a scene in your short if you upload it through the Android and then choose a thumbnail. So I made a thumbnail for this short called Perfect Plate, and I think it's hysterical. So anyway, let's uh let's go back to Canva. So the first thing you're going to need is a video document, right? So here we go. You're going to need a video document for the timing feature. It's very important that you have a video document. I don't know that you can do the timing on other document types. It has to be a video. It's possible it's also available in presentation, but I'm not sure. I do know that it's in video, and I know that it's not in thumbnails. So we're going to clack. I really cannot speak today. Videos. And I'm just going to grab just a regular video like you would pull up on YouTube. And now what you would do is upload whatever video you want to use. And let's see if I've got one. I'm looking to see if I'm okay. So I've got this video. I don't know that I want to add anything to that. All right. I'm just going to grab this one, even though it has everything I already want. No, that's a short video. All right, we're just going to use this one. So I've got the video. This is the same clip I used earlier, 28.3 seconds. And I'm going to right click set images background or set video as background, right? And by the way, if you have any questions about this whatsoever, don't hesitate to ask. I will star the comments. So if I don't get to them right away, I'll be going back through my comments to see if there are questions that I can try to answer. By the way, Charlie, it is great to see you. I did not notice that you had commented before. All right, so here we are. We've got 28.3 seconds. And what I would do is I really like to split my video where I think I'm going to use it, but we're just going to put something right here in this corner or wherever I would like. So I'm going to go to elements, and let's just say that for some reason, this one was something about celebration. I spelled that wrong. And we're going to go to graphics, and I want something that is like this. So here we go. And let me just go like this maybe and put, I'll just do one. So we've got one. If I right click this and click show timing, that shows you how long this animation is going to be. It's going to be out throughout the whole video, but I don't want it throughout the whole video. I just want it for part of it. So what I'm going to do is left click my mouse, and at the front, I will bring it in a little bit. And then at the back, I will bring it in some, and maybe I'm just going to make it for 3 seconds. And then I would watch to see if it worked. Now, this probably isn't going to work well because it's not what I would do, but I just wanted you to see the technique. So I'm going to watch it and see how the timing works. Yeah, I knew that it wasn't going to work well. So I'm streaming my internet, and I think my husband is using the internet. So it's not trying to work well, but you see the point. So like now I've done that. Now I can go here and I can add something else. Let's add an emoji. So I've got an emoji here, and I'm just going to pop that emoji right here. And then I'm going to click, well, let's click show timing and see if it will pop up. Well, okay, let's try moving this. And so now we're going to play that. I'm not really going to play it because of my internet, but when I get to this, right, that would pop up. Now I can't see them all, but if I scroll over and I see that's there, then the emoji pops up, right? And if I want to, I could even split the page and I can work on the second part, right? Let's say I wanted to add text. Let's say that I wanted to add wheel of features as a text. So then wheel of features. I just saw this. Great topic. I am keen. Is your name Claire? No, I know you're not Claire. So wheel of features. Here we are. I'm just going to set it right here. I'm going to make it uppercase, and then I'm going to give it an animation. Let's give it a typewriter animation. I like for my animations to be on enter, and I'm going to change it to word wheel of features. Now I can slow it down because I'm on the Canva Pro plan. Writing style, changing it between character and word is also a Canva Pro feature. All right, so now we've got that. So I'm going to get out of that and then right click wheel of features, show timing. You will see that it shows all the way across. But what I want it to do is I want it to be short. So let's just make it 3.2 seconds short or something like that. And then it would pop up wheel of features. And there it is. Well, then I can go ahead and split that if I want. I clicked S on the keyboard and it splits it. And then here's the wheel of features. And I don't really need anything there, right? So now I've got everything that I need on my pages. And at this point, I can download. So I'm going to download it. I'm going to download all 3 pages. And I'm sure that that looks terrible. It is not what I would normally do. But if I watched it, it would probably be fine. All the timings and everything would show up. I can't play it for you because I don't think it would actually play. Oh, sorry about that. Thanks for telling me. I kind of get zoned in on the front and I forget. Yep. All right. So, Adam, what did you miss? Because I'm sure you probably missed quite a bit. Let's see here. That would still have been showing. I think you may have seen everything, but you just didn't see when I was splitting things at the bottom. Basically, you just move the play bar where you want it to go. And then you click S on the keyboard and it will split the page. Does that make sense? So you can move the playhead wherever you want it, And typically I would let it play, but because my internet is slow, it's not going to play for me while I'm streaming. Um, but I can also record one of these locally to where I can play it for an extra video on the channel. So you just move the playhead wherever you want it, and then you can click S and it will split. Now, if you've got enough space in between that when you're using a regular video, what you can do even is click the plus and add a transition, and you can add a transition between the two pages. I don't typically use this for my videos because I tend to not leave enough space in between the two scenes for there to be a transition. But it is a great idea, especially if you can leave a pretty good pause in between the two areas while you're filming, or even when you're doing a first edit, to be able to use those transitions because they're really fun. I really like the color wipe one, and you can even change the color of everything. And I think that's super fun. Is that Control plus? All right, so I'm going to screenshot what this looks like in the middle so that I can make it bigger for you. So this is what the plus sign looks like in between the pages. It's just a plus sign. It is Canva for free. Everybody, whether you're a free account or a pro user, has this plus sign. When you click the plus sign, it changes. And let me show you what that change looks like. It changes to a plus sign, and then this is called the transition. And transitions are also completely free, right? So we've got the transition. So when you click that bottom one, the left panel will open up and it will give you all the transitions. And yes, all of these transitions are completely free. So dissolve, completely free. You can change the duration of dissolve. Slide is completely free. You can change the duration and direction, all completely free. The circle wipe, same thing. All of these at this time are free features. So a lot of them are fun. I've done a couple live stream videos on these transitions before. If I remember, I will try to put a link to the transition videos in the description afterwards. In fact, let me leave myself a little note. Leave transition video links in description. And then I will look at that. All right, so that's what that is. So you can add the transitions there. If you click the plus sign instead at the top, so if you click this plus sign at the top instead, it will just add a blank page for you. I'm sorry for the coughs. Hold on a second. I'm going to mute myself for a second and play some music. And I'll be right back. Oh, that was quite a big cough. All right. I got myself a little water. All right. So the big shortcuts with the video editor that I really love to use are the S on your keyboard for splicing things. And the other thing that you can do, which I cannot make any bigger, I wish I could, maybe in the condensed version in the video that I edit, I can make this larger, but you can, for a blank page, you can left click and move to the left and the right to change the timing of things, which is a really neat trick. Um, there is one really neat trick that I like to use in terms of, let me make this a little bit smaller. I used to use this trick a lot. I've got 2 pages here, and what I would do with the type of tutorial I would do with like this type of channel, I would just like type something. Let's say that one segment I'm talking about, I do have my mic back on, right? Can you guys like confirm that my mic is still on? Because I muted it for a second. Um, Parody Puck, I'm not sure if you're noping me or Amy, because you would be a jokester that would do that. So let's say that in one segment of a video, I'm talking about 10 different things. And let's just say you are talking about 10 different microphones. You've got a video and you're talking about 10 different microphones. Well, one fun little transition that you could do if you wanted to talk about that microphone and you were transitioning to another type of microphone, what you could do is, let's just say that one of them you're talking about, by the way, if not, we'd yell at you already. That's true. You would say, you can't hear me. All right. What you could do is, let's say that you were talking about Blue Yeti. Let's see if I could spell Blue Yeti. All right. We got this. And then let's say that you got the video about the Blue Yeti, your segment about the Blue Yeti. Now, I'm just going to grab a short video that's not even about a Blue Yeti. Let's just grab this video. By the way, that's a really fun trick. You can left click. You can left click your, that's a Halloween. Wow. Oh, it's because celebration. You can left click a video or photo or whatever on the left side and slowly drag it, and it will snap into place in the background on the right side. So we're just going to pretend like this is a Blue Yeti microphone. And we've got the slide here. It says Blue Yeti, because you're going to go into a new scene. So I would click plus, add a transition. Let's just say I wanted to do a line wipe. Look, you can change the duration of the line wipe. You could even make it go a little slower. You can change the direction, Blue Yeti, and then you can go from a very simple, right, with text. You might even want to include an image of the Blue Yeti on it, or maybe you just want the Blue Yeti without the words. And then you can transition to the next video. And again, you can make it as slow or fast as you want. You can even change the directions. I see a question from the cutting. Ooh, there we go. I accidentally started playing it. Is this a program that comes with any computer? So Canva is, it's a website. So I'm at canva.com and it's in my account. So you can use any place you can use a browser, you can use Canva. And Canva also has a desktop app and I believe that it's for Mac or Windows. And they also have a mobile app for Android or iPhone. So I love Canva. And the reason why I love Canva so much is because, well, I've been using it since 2015. So I've kind of watched it grow. I wasn't overwhelmed in the beginning because it couldn't do all of this stuff. And I have grown with it. So I've watched it go from a very, very basic um, photo editor to now what it can do is edit videos. And don't get me wrong, there are some flaws. For example, with the transitions, if there's two segments of audio really close together, the audio is kind of it's going to kind of disappear when you add the transition. But if you leave enough space, leave enough empty space, then your transition is going to work well. Um, but yeah, and I love it. There's a free version and a paid version. I used the free version from 2015 to probably July of 2021. So I used it for a very long time. And Canva Pro, honestly, was a game changer for me because there are just so many things that you can do. And including, I mean, there's all these videos, photos, graphics that are available to use. And I just love not having to sort through or filter down to find the free items. And I also love that for like Blue Yeti here, if I wanted to animate it, so I click the text box, I click animate, and I can animate it. The free version would be able to click the animation baseline. And the free version would be able to choose whether they wanted it on both enter or on exit. But as a pro member, you can change the speed, like how fast it goes on exit or enter, and also the direction. And I just love that because I love to be able to customize what my effects look like, especially with the animations. Because sometimes the thing that comes up automatically is just a little bit too fast or too slow for me, or I want to change the direction, and I just love it. I need something better than You Cut app on my phone. Okay, so for phone apps, I like Canva, and I use Canva for the overlays and everything like that. Yep. Um, I personally have a hard time with the mobile app. I'm not very good. I'm not very good on my phone. Like me and my phone do not get along. I am much faster on the computer, and some of the things that are available on the computer are not available on the mobile app. And so I just find that I work much faster. And, but if I've got a video that I need to, okay, let's say that I'm doing a YouTube short and let me pull, I don't want to pull me up because I'm afraid that's going to mess up my stream signal. Um, let's say that I'm recording something and I want it to be a YouTube short, right? Or an Instagram reel, or I'm not on TikTok, but a TikTok, right? Um, what I will do is I will take my regular video. Let's say I filmed it on my phone and I will cut it. I'll do all my splicing in, let me remember the name of it, CapCut. I'll do all my splicing in CapCut and then I'll download that so that I don't have to worry about the length of time it takes for me to do the slicing. And then I upload it from my phone onto Canva on the mobile app. And then once it's uploaded, I will come into onto my computer and then I do the rest of the editing. And that's how I did let me find it. That's how I did for you. That's how I did this one. So I filmed this video and it was 59.8 seconds. And I actually did the editing on a different program as well. On my computer, there's a free program called Shotcut. And I just love Shotcut when I'm trying to do things quickly. And so I did that, but I used Canva to get my images. So for this particular video is a YouTube short for my other channel because that channel just reached 1,000 subscribers. Let me hide this. It just reached 1,000 subscribers and we did a short about that. So I had a bunch of screenshots in my phone from when I was screenshotting at different steps of the journey. So this one says 942. And so basically, he asked me in this video, hit 1,000 yet? And then I would pop up as I'm saying no, a screenshot of hit 1,000 yet? There's a screenshot. So for this one, I actually downloaded this image with a transparent background so that I could put it into Shotcut and 988. And then if I go on down, there's another one that I did and it shows 992, 995. So it just like, I tend to use Canva and download pictures or images or whatever and then put it into a separate video editor. I just find it faster for me. And I'm all about efficiency, whatever works faster. But sometimes, for example, this one, which let's see, it's this one. I wanted a baseline animation of Wheel of Features with the Canva logo. And so I just uploaded the short little intro segment from that video into Canva. And then I worked on that strictly in Canva because it was going to be quicker than me downloading a whole bunch of MP4s. And then it also looks more professional because I do not have to chroma key out the green screen effect in Shotcut. All right, let's see here. I need to take a peek at CapCut. So I love CapCut on phone. I just use it for slicing down videos. I've heard that there's a desktop version. So I'm going to see if I can check that out too, because I'm always interested in like looking at different things, but I'm really, really efficient in Shotcut. And this is what Shotcut looks like. I'm trying to see which one I want to pull from. Maybe this one. Okay. So here's that same thing, right? So I added, so here, I wish I could move me better. Let's see. Can I move that up? I can, but it doesn't. Okay, I'm going to move me for a second. Here we go. All right, so this is Shotcut. It's a free video editor. And so essentially what I did was, well, that's got the, I made a slide that says all these things, Brand Kit and Canva, making a table, 30-day design challenge. For anybody that was in the last live stream, you'll recognize some of these things. I did a condensed version of that 90-minute live stream down to, it's almost at 17 minutes. And then I was able to layer, I downloaded it as an MP4 because it does have the stomp animation. I added sound effects here. I added more things, but I had my base that I did. There it is in Canva. Okay. So this one is like my fifth edit of it, and I was just adding a few more things. But it's funny, I used my third run, but this was really my fifth run. But yeah, I try to download things in Canva. Where is my, here it is, um, that are going to help me be more efficient. So if I go back to home, here is the video file that I used for that particular video. So I did a whole bunch of transition scenes that look like this in that video. And then I did a lot of overlays that look like this. And so I use it so that I can use the same page over and over again and I can type up something new. So let's say that I wanted to add try Canva Pro free for 30 days, right? Then what I would do is take this, I would click share, download, MP4, transparent background. I would click this, I would go to the current page, and I would click this button that says save download settings. All right, save download settings, because I'm going to do a whole bunch of these overlays at the same time and slide them into my video editor. So download. Now, if I go and add something else like, would you like a, no, let's see here, bonus tip, use animate your text for fun. I don't know. So then I can click share, download. Now all those settings are saved for me, right? And I can click download. So I try to work in bulk. While I'm working on this, I try to think, okay, what are all the things that I'm going to need in my video on my video editor? And that's the way I do that. And then sometimes for like this one, I will get an image that looks like this, and I will just want to replace some things. So I just get everything that looks like that. And then I will download all of those with a transparent background. Or maybe I want something like this. So in this video, this is how I did it. And then, like if I want to show a comment from someone in a video, then I do a screenshot and then I've got a page of just comments and I download all of those. And so this one is what I started off with. And I don't know where my one was where I usually keep that sort of thing. But yeah, these are all the things that I'll discuss in that 17-minute video. And it's a lot. All right. No-brainer languages. Brazil. It's so great to see you. I'm just kind of rambling today about video editing in Canva. And I use I use 3 different programs to edit my videos. 4 if you include StreamYard. I use Canva, obviously. I use Canva for all of my overlays. I use Canva for some of the fun transitions and animations that are in my videos. And I use it sometimes to edit shorts. The thing that I am not a big fan of is I don't like how long it takes to edit longer videos in Canva. So if I go to uploads, let me just Let's go grab a new one. If I upload a video that is really, really long, it takes a long time, like this one, this 9 minute and 7 second video. It took a really long time for it to upload into Canva. And so then I've got that because it's a web-based design. So it takes a while. The reason why I did upload it into Canva is because I recorded this video on my phone. Oh, I just realized I'm not on screen. Okay. So, I recorded it on my phone, and I'm really bad with transferring my data from my phone to my computer. I'm terrible at it. So, what I did, because my husband was not home, I put it onto Canva and let it upload, and then I downloaded it onto my computer because that was just the quickest way I could do it. Um, Man, you missed all of my fun faces too. All right. So let me go back and look at different questions. Amy's got a jet. Thanks for the great info and conversation. I'm so glad that you joined me today. And I really hope that you enjoyed that 1,000 subscriber celebration short. All right. I'm going to scroll back and see the comments that have questions in them and see if I can answer some of those. All right, I got to scroll back. All right, let me star some things. I hope everybody is doing okay today. Um, there's a lot of you. There's 18, 19, wow, 19 people watching. That might be a max for the stream. Let me know, is this a good time for me to stream for you guys, or is it bad time? Let me know what time you would prefer. Um, I normally don't stream on the weekend because I like to spend time with my husband, but I might have to do this like once a month where I stream on the weekend. All right. And while we're at it, tell me in chat what's your favorite Canva feature? I would love to know. I might even feature it. All right, let's see. Okay. I've got something, Adam. I think that you might have gotten scammed. I think I think you might have gotten scammed, Adam. I'm going to bring up your comment in a minute, and I'll tell you why I think that here in a second. I'm scrolling down. You guys are having fun. Let's see. Let me star this. All right, let's see. I've got some comments that I'm going through. Okay, that's a great question. That's a great comment. I'm just starring everything that I want to look at really, and then we will go back to answering some of these questions. Let's see. No brainer says something about possibility for a separate audio track. That would be amazing. I'm going to star Charlie's question. Oh, 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 the cutting. I'm going to show this one right now. Hit that like, guys. Hit the like button. I always forget that. Thanks. Oh, I see. I see. I confused Filmora with Canva. Yeah, no, that's something different. Who caught Daniel Batal's Filmora videos? Those were quite fun. And by fun, I had no skin in the game because I don't use Filmora. Oh, Parody Pug, I prefer you stream at 1:17 p.m. each day if you're observing daylight savings times. Hmm. So, hmm. I don't know. I might not be able to make that happen. Oh, I see. Oh, Adam, I did not answer that. I think it's still in the queue and I'm about to go through over. I was just thinking about Vital's ordeal now. I love that what he did. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to go. I've got 22. You guys have been really enjoying the stream. 22. There are 22 of you viewing, and there are 22 comments that I have starred. So now I'm going to look at the first one, which is by Adam. When you get to questions, I'm having a problem removing and replacing text and thumbnails. I'm not sure if it was you that had a video about it. All right. So I tell you what I'm going to do is get rid of all of this stuff. And we're going to go to a thumbnail. And we're just going to click this. And I'm going to hide your question. And then what I said, well, if it was more than one, let's say that I don't have, I was looking to see, let's see if there's a bunch that have the word amazing. Okay, so I'm going to click this one that says amazing. That's not a great thumbnail. By the way, some of these templates are just not awesome. Some of them are okay, but some of them just aren't awesome. So, okay, I've got 5 thumbnails here. And in it, they use the word amazing, but I don't want to use the word amazing. I want to use something different. What kind of phrase could I use instead of amazing? What if we do awesome? File, and down here, find and replace text. You can also do a Control F on your keyboard or Command F. Wait, I tell you what, that might not always work, but click the file, find and replace text. Here we go. We're going to change amazing and replace it with awesome. All right. Now I'm going to click replace all. And so now every single one of these says awesome instead of amazing on the page. Now, the reason why I'm showing you templates is because I'm not going to be able to change my particular fonts because based on the way I do it. I'm just showing you how you can change, find and replace text, right? So now this one says awesome. This one says awesome instead of amazing. This one says awesome. This one says awesome. This one says awesome instead of it. So if you've got a bunch of thumbnails that just are the words, right? Then you could change them all. So what if I wanted, let's see, fact. So what if we did the same thing with facts? I'm trying to find a different one. There's one that says facts. This one says facts. So if you tend to use something that's got, now if I go and do the same thing, file, find or replace. So let's go facts. We've got 3 most interesting. What if instead of that, I wanted it to say features? Okay. And I want to replace just the one, features. Well, now this is too big. I just have to, well, let's just replace all of them. At this point, I would just need to stretch this out because it's not going to be sized right. And I spelled features wrong. So I'm going to go and do this again. Find and replace features with feature. Replace all. I think my internet just died. Sometimes that happens. Let's try it again. Yes, you can. Cutting Force Lawn Service, you can put a picture of you instead on these. So let's say I don't want this. I don't know that I've got a picture of me in here that, let's see. I don't know that I've got a picture of me in here. All right, let's just use this one. Oh, not that. Let's just use this, right? This wouldn't be an image that I would use for a thumbnail anyway, but I would take this, and in the Canva Pro version, I can click edit image and remove the background. Now it's not going to do a great job because I've got this arm in front, this chair arm in front of me, but it will get rid of some. But the thing about, oh, it actually did not do too bad. The thing about templates that are amazing is that you can change them to be anything that you want, right? Like I can take this and move her and then put my picture there instead, right? Or another picture. All right, let me go back to the star. Everything in a template can be replaced. Absolutely. All right, so we've got that. Let me see what Parody Bug says. Let me just get rid of these so I've got a blank. Is there a shortcut to bending words around a circle? My logo had to break. Okay. C on your keyboard will give you a circle. So I want to show you the shortcut for curving text. So I'm going to type T on my keyboard for the text. Another way to get text is by clicking the text box here, and you can click one of these if you want. So I could click add a heading and it will give me a heading there. Anton isn't always the best for curving text. So I'm going to click public sans, and then I'm going to type something, curving text. All right, so here it is, and we're going to curve the text. I'm going to take this and click effects. Now, watch this. Down here at the bottom, I got to hide myself. Hold up, let me hide myself. All right, remind me in a minute if I've not brought me back up to bring myself back up. there is a curve, right? So it curves the text. And here is where you adjust the curve, right? So you've got a curve that you can adjust like that. You can even adjust the rotation a little bit if you want. But what you can also do is go up here and there is a spacing here. Let me bring myself back up. There is a spacing bar and you can adjust the letter spacing. Let me move these. You can adjust the letter spacing so that it goes a little better. Now, depending on what font, depending on what font you're using and how many words, sometimes the curve effect is a little off, but we used to only be able to do it like you were talking about manually. So curving text, and I even have a video on that too. Hold up. Let me see if I can find that video real quick. Ah, let's see. It's going to be an older video. Here we go. Um, Copy. I'm going to put it in the chat. I need to replace a text. Okay. I need to replace a text on a thing on a saved thumbnail. So what you would need to do is you just need to keep your projects in Canva so that you can change out the text for a future video or for a future thing, because it's going to be virtually impossible for you to probably hide the original text. And did I put that? Yep. So the video that I just shared in there is a video on how to make wavy text in Canva. Now, some things have changed since I did this video because I did this video over a year ago. But it should point you in the right direction, Parody Pug. And let me get my screen back. So Adam, so like for example, on my thumbnails, I can't replace my text because I do a system, but I keep all of my texts. I keep all of my thumbnails in a file. That way, if I want to reuse one, let's say that I want to reuse this one, then I can take this one and duplicate it. So I click Control D on my keyboard or Command D if you're using a Mac, and I'm using my left mouse to move it up to the top because I like to work at the top. And then I would take this and move it over here right next to it. And then I would take this and I would go, okay, what do I want to do? And let's say that I wanted to use this video or this thumbnail type for a future video. Then what I could do is get rid of my words, right? Edit videos. Let's say that I wanted it to say video transitions. Okay, we're gonna ignore my text effect that I do because that's a little complicated. But then I could just add in my new text right on that thumbnail. So I just get rid of it. And of course, I would want to add some sort of effect there for it to pop off the screen. But I use that same edit video text on today's thumbnail because I liked it so much. So that's just I like to keep my thumbnails in one place. So that way I can change things or reuse things or repurpose things if I want. Like Canva features exposed, I've used that text several times. I change out the background and the people just to give it a different look. But I like to reuse what I have because I worked really hard on it and I think that it looks nice. So I use a blank page to redo the words and then I put it into the new thumbnail. But I couldn't replace this without replacing the whole thing. Right? So let me duplicate this so I don't let me undo. Let me right click, duplicate. So then I could take this. And what if I wanted it to say instead, um, Canva has problems. Let's say that has YouTube problems, has, I don't know what would, connection problems, right? So I'm going to select these two. I'm going to show you exactly what I do for my thumbnails. I'm going to right click and there's something called download selection. I'm going to get my PNG. I'm going to add a transparent background and I'm going to download that because I can download as long as you're selecting more than 2 items, you can add it to, you can download a selection. So where's my features exposed? Here it is. So now I'm going to upload that. Oh, I need to lock my grid twice. So now I need to make this stand out. I'm going to add a shadow effect. So I clicked edit image, shadow, glow. I'm going to click it again, and then I'm going to change my settings to 1500, 0. I would make it bigger. And now I'm going to go over here to apps. I'm going to type in draw. I'm going to click draw. I'm going to click marker. I'm going to click the color that I want. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to color in the spots there that I do not want showing. Going to click done. I'm going to right click and send it backwards. And now I've got a whole new thumbnail. And it was really, really, really quickly for me to recreate a thumbnail. And if I wanted, I could take this and change the background out to something else. Like, let me do a gradient with a photo. Let's say I wanted to use this. I would right click, replace background, and now it has a completely, I mean, it's very similar, but it's a different look. So I could do this, replace background, and it just gives it a different look. I could even change the person out if I wanted. And yeah, so I'm not sure if that helped you or not. Adam, it gets less complicated as you learn. That's just my style of font. But okay. Let's say that I was creating a whole new batch of thumbnails and I would go and I would grab, maybe I wouldn't grab a thumbnail template, but we're going to just grab this thumbnail template, customize this template. And let's say I don't even want that template. I would get rid of it. I would click delete. And now I've got a blank page and I would create my thumbnail on this page, right? And let's just say that my thumbnail looked like this. This is a template, but let's just say my thumbnail looked like this. And the next week, I want to do something else. What I would do is click this. I would right click and duplicate it. And then I would change some things on the page, right? Or maybe I would make a whole new one for whatever it is. And then guess what? The next thumbnail I need to make, I add on. So I keep adding to my thumbnail page, and I even will name it thumbnails for October 2022 to February 2023, right? And then I've got them so that if I need to change a word in the thumbnail, I can. And it's super simple. Microphones. That's too big for that word, so I'm going to have to resize it down. It gets easier over time. I've been using Canva for a very, very long time. So that's why I whiz through things, because I've been using it so much. All right, let's see here. Yep, just like Parody Pug Gaming. The more you tinker, the easier it gets. So, like this month, I'm doing a 30-day challenge where I'm in Canva every single day, and this live stream counts as my time in Canva today. Because I know that the more I practice, the easier it gets. And over time, it does get better. Carlo, I'm probably about to get to your question. If you can hold on a second, let me start through. How do you make an intro with? Oh, that's a little. Do you just save it to a video file? So if you are making an intro video, Carlo, and you've done it, then all you need to do is click share, download, click your file type as MP4, and then you can download it that way. If you're wanting to know how to make an intro video altogether, then that's going to be a whole new tutorial, and we've been going for an hour and something, and I know you got to go. So I'm going to put it on my list. Oh, look. So Canva, I've got a list of ideas. Where is it? Here it is. Where is how I'm screenshotting this, and I'm going to put it right there so that I remember that I want to look into that. All right. And Adam figured out he was talking about Filmora and not Canva. Parody Pug made a point. So in Canva, if you're looking at things such as elements, and something on there has a crown on it, if you hover over it, it will say Pro, and that's one of the paid features. And if it has nothing on it, it's a free feature. I'm going through and looking at the comments that I'd starred. Thanks so much. It was so fun to create, really. It was one of my favorite shorts that I think I've done. I used Canva chiefly for shorts, but I wish there was a possibility for a separate audio track. So here is, I don't know that it's an alternative solution. There is a separate audio track for music. Like if I've got something here, and I'm going to go to my uploads into my audio because I know that I won't get a copyright claim for this. But if I use one of these, And like even this is an audio file of one of my tutorials. If I click that, well, I just made a mistake. Let me get rid of this first. Um, I made a mistake, and my mistake is I put my playhead error there. So let me delete it and put it at the beginning. And let's just click an audio track. So there is audio tracks for audio files, anything that's an MP4. And you can even put multiple audio tracks down there, right? But in terms of the video at this time, there's not a separate audio track. I did put that in as a feature request. So I'm hoping that maybe they will consider it, especially for there's a feature called recording your voice for a voiceover in Canva, which I can't remember exactly where it is because I never use that feature. But my point was that I sent in the thing saying I don't like to use that feature because it's a video file and not a waveform. And I can't tell where my stops are and my pauses. And I would love to be able to see the waveforms in videos and in audio, just like you can in a video file, right? Like I can see the waveform there, and I know that there's a break right there. So I wish that was also on video and hold up, let me think. Video and audio, like speaking, like voiceover things. All right, let's see here. I use Hit Pro Film to edit all my videos, but use my Canva to get templates and sizing correctly. So I edit two or things. So yeah, that's what I do. I will edit things multiple times. It takes me a while to do my edits, but I get in the zone and like I'll set a timer for like 30 minutes and say, okay, for 30 minutes, I'm cutting down a video. Like I'm just making splices of stuff I don't want. And then I'll set a timer and go, okay, I'm just doing overlay banners. I'm just doing the banners that look like, where are they? I'm just doing banners that look like this. And then I might do, okay, I'm just doing my transition scenes where I'm popping in something for a transition. And then I might take some time to do other things. Or the other technique I do if I'm doing a longer video is I might work on 5 minutes of this segment and just do that 5 minutes and then move on to the next one. In fact, I've just recently filmed a tutorial where I talked about where I was showing how I broke down and downloaded my live streams and convert them into a video. So I'm not sure how long it's going to take me to edit that because I recorded that process over like 4 or 5 days. So it's a lot of footage that I'm going to have to go through. But I'm hoping to be able to put that together and upload it as either a pre-recorded live stream so that I can be live in chat when it's showing, or maybe a premiere video, which is um, similar to the live streams. I might just set it up as a premiere. But yeah, so whatever you have to do to edit, let's see. Do you have any advice about managing content creation and full-time studies? So I do and I don't, because as you know, I am not working. So I've got all the time that I need to film and edit and whatever. However, I do have chronic illnesses and conditions that keep me from being able to film and edit. So, what I use is I use Trello and I use well, okay, that's not going to work. Um, I can't show you, but I use Trello. And basically, calendar block, right? So I know that today's Saturday. Normally, I'm not doing this on Saturday, but I know that on Monday, what I need to do is go into the back end of YouTube Studio and I need to make sure that I've got things scheduled through, let me look at the date. I need to make sure I've got things scheduled through the 18th. And then after I do that, I'm going to spend an hour editing something. I'm not sure what I'm going to be editing, but I'm going to be editing something. I'm probably going to be editing a couple clips. Like my goal, okay, you're watching me think in real time, right? Um, my goal is to edit 2 clips on Monday because I need a video for the 23rd and the 25th. So I want to very quickly on Monday put together 2 videos for Monday and Wednesday, the 23rd and 25th. And I'm going to need to film new content for those videos. So on Monday, I know that I've got the time. And so I'm going to calendar block from like 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. to film for both of those tutorials. And then I'm going to calendar block like noon to 2 to edit those 2 tutorials. So hopefully in 4 hours, in a 4 hour time period, I can get those done. If I can't, then I will do one of the videos on Monday and I will do the other video on Tuesday. In fact, that might be a better option for me. I'll just see how it goes during the first 2 hours, but I really time and calendar block my time that I know that I've got available and really go, okay, I've got 30 minutes to make this edit and I get what I can get done in that 30 minutes and I turn off all of the other distractions. All right, let's see here. No Brainer says, my favorite feature is text to image, but you've already covered the AI feature. I didn't cover it today, but I have covered it in the past. I love the AI features. They are so much fun. All right, so I've gotten all of those questions. It's amazing what it can do. Several people in my reselling niche are excellent. They actually do thumbnails for side money. Yeah. I could probably do that, but because of my health, it's just not something that works well for me. Do you use artistic techniques like rule of thirds in your thumbnail? I sort of do, but I don't. It's just taken me time to figure out what looks good for me in my thumbnails. And so I make my text really big. I tend to have something going on in the background that's not distracting, but for me looks pretty. Like this is today's, right? And it sort of tells a little bit of a story about what's going on. You see the timing with the text and the image. And then I make sure that my person is really big. But the big thing with thumbnails, and let me get an app here. And I'm going to type in YouTube. What's a good niche? Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use this as an example. I'm going to click on this. Someone was doing a video on different microphones. So let's do an microphone comparisons for YouTubers. So then I could look at these thumbnails, right? And I can look at the design of the thumbnails. So here's Omar from Think Media, and he's got a couple different thumbnails on his picture. He's got his face, right? I could take the idea of this thumbnail and use it for something similar. Here's one: best mics for content creators. He's got, or she, not sure, three different mics, right? They've got a diagonal line here, and it's a cool looking thumbnail. Here's Omar again with two different mics, comparing two specific mics, $70 versus $250. Best microphone for YouTube and streaming. Right? So you can look at thumbnails in your niche and see what they're doing and see if it will work for you. I really like this one for if you're doing multiple microphones, best microphone, and then four or five different ones. I love that. You're very welcome, Charlie. I feel you. I understand. I see Jimmy, aka Mr. Beast. Well, not anymore. Does he do rule of thirds? He was not. You messing with me. Mr. Beast is not in the chat. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I've been going for an hour and 21 minutes. I think I got most of the questions. And my voice is starting to like talk to me, or rather, it's not starting to talk to me. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to close this out. Thank you so much for joining me today and learning how to use Canva for YouTube. I just lost my train of thought. What I want you to do next is on your screen, there's going to be a video. Wow, my brain. Wow, the AVD just went down because I can't think. Mr. Beast, you saw Mr. Beast in the. Oh, was it here? Oh, yeah, there is Mr. Beast. Look, this is what he's talking about, Mr. Beast. Look, arrow, a fish with the GoPro on it, Mr. Beast's big face. Okay. Wow, I'm really winning today. All right, so if you're in the chat, hold on just a minute because I will jump in chat with you after I close this out. But what I want you to do next is on your screen on one side, there's going to be a video that YouTube thinks you should watch. And on the other side, there's a video that I think you should watch. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye. Now, where's the end broadcast?